No, famous but incompetent, aka your boys over there at the Bureau, the FBI. So, okay. So, what I'm doing, guys, I'm going to go over the main federal agencies. All right, you got the FBI, you got HSI, you got ATF, you got DEA, and you got Office of Inspector General. But these are the main agency guys that like do most of the criminal cases in the United States. These are the main agencies that like are doing the most arrests. They're the biggest agencies, right? So the FBI it's a domestic intelligence and security service of the United States, and it's the principal federal law enforcement agency. Okay. Operates under the DOJ. So just so y'all know, right, there's different departments, right? You got the Department of Justice and you got the Department of Homeland Security. Department of Homeland Security is a whole other thing, okay? So, for example, like me, when I was working for HSI, I was under DHS. FBI agents are under DOJ, all right? And so is ATF agents and DEA. They're all under Department of Justice. A leading U.S. counterterrorism, counterintelligence, and criminal investigative organization, the FBI has jurisdiction over more violations of more than 200 categories of federal crimes. So remember how I told you guys HSI has more broader authority? We have 400. They have 200, right? And basically, their functions are unique. Its activities in support of national security and are comparable to those of the British M15 and Russian FSB. But unlike the CIA, which has no law enforcement authority and is focused on intelligence collection abroad, the FBI is primarily a domestic agency, maintaining 56 field offices in major cities. So the FBI is the biggest law enforcement agency, federal law enforcement agency, guys, in the United States. All right. So, and I know you guys are gonna ask me, hey, have you ever worked with the FBI, whatever? Yes, I have. I know them. I know how they work very well. I was actually hired by them as well. Good agency, but the thing is that they're extremely bureaucratic. Okay, you can't get shit done. Their focuses have changed over the years. After 9/11, the September 11th attacks, they were always a counterterrorism agency first, but after 9/11, they really focused into counterterrorism. So most of their funding and efforts goes towards counterterrorism, which rightfully so. It's one of the worst crimes. And then after that is counterespionage, and then after that is public corruption. And public corruption, when they're arresting dirty police officers, senators, all that other crap. So those are the FBI's main functions. They don't do as many criminal cases as they used to, guys. And that's because, like I told you before, they're focusing more on preventing terrorist attacks and counterintelligence, which a lot of the times you guys aren't even going to hear about on the news, because once you're in that world, a lot of it is classified, etc. And they're more concerned with stopping things from happening than letting things happening and going them after them. Okay. And what else was I going to tell you all about the Bureau? So that's kind of how they shifted. Obviously there's a legacy. They still do the bank robberies. They still do. They're the primary agency that does bank robberies. So if you rob a bank, quite frankly, you're very stupid, and you're probably gonna go to jail, and it's a federal crime. They still do organized crime. They still do the mafia cases, the RICO cases, and everything else like that, of course. But they just don't do it as much as they used to. Their focuses have changed a lot since 9/11.